Hey Brady, you big galoot. Brady's coming for a drink of water. What I'm gonna do now is walk over and do a little fixing up. Are you smiling at me? Is that Brady's smile? Oh, it's so cute. Not really, guys. Don't worry, Brady can't hear me, but that was not a cute smile at all. On three, we're all gonna scream, shut your pie holes. Are y'all ready? On three. Guys, you're gonna all join me. Everyone watching this video on three. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Shut your pie holes! There. Doesn't that make you feel better? Don't you feel better now? So what's happening here is kind of scary, but they're using their eminent domain to take people's property. How many feet, Jamie?
75 feet from the center on both sides.
And they're starting to clear it all out. They're going to try to widen this road. And what scares me about that, what's really scary, is the fact that the newspaper said that right now there's 65,000 people living in this neighborhood across the road, and they project it to be, is it 500,000?
500,000.
500,000 in the next few years.
And it's terrible now because you can't get anywhere now.
So now we're trying to, I don't know how this Plum Grove is not Plum Grove. The Plum Grove that me and my dad and his dad grew up in is not the same Plum Grove that it used to be. So I know that we have already kind of like taken a couple of steps in looking at our future. So many other Morrow families are all looking at their long-term future, and I'm just so sad to say that I'm afraid that Plum Grove is not in everyone's long-term future, and that's sad.
It is sad,
Look at our packages. They're fun.
Whoopsie.
Oh my God.
We got the heavy one in the back.
We got the heavy one in the back. I'll come back and get that. No, it's scary though, Jamie. And don't keep videoing me, but I mean, I just don't know what to think about that. That scares me.
It is scary.
Because it's never, even though we know all this is going on across the road, we deal with dogs, we deal with people stealing our packages, we deal with people dumping in our dumpster.
Hey, don't forget the people that were out in the pasture last summer.
People in our pastures, yeah.
And that's not even, like, they just were, I'll have to find that video, actually. We never showed that video. But there's just so many changes that are causing us concern. I think that's the best way to word that.
Yeah. It's kind of sad to think about the future of Plum Grove. As we stand here now looking across the front pasture, the pond pasture, you see the babies and Annie with Indy laying there by the beautiful pond. But you just think about what the future holds. And you really can't say that there's uncertainties, because when you look across the street, you know exactly what the future holds. You can hear the noises in the distance of the tractors, the guys cutting down the trees. Once all the trees are gone, they'll come by and they'll begin to get their bulldozers to start clearing the way to, widen the road. And then once they widen the road, that will allow more traffic. Once you get more traffic, you're going to have more businesses pop up, gas stations, and it's not going to stop. It will not end until there's no more land. And by then, the city of Plum Grove will actually look like a city. And that's sad. And like I said earlier, it's one thing if it was all happening across the street, but the problem is what happens across the street makes its way over here on our side of the street, and you can't prevent it. The dogs, the predators, the obviously the unneighborly neighbors and all of their riffraff. Let's just change the subject and go out and look at Indy. She'll make everything better. She'll make everything better. Hey, sweetie. May I come closer? I don't want to get you guys up. I don't want to get them up. I'm going to walk around the side so they can keep their spots. Look how serious Annie's putting their ears back, saying, not too close, buddy. Not too much closer. How about I stand way over here and video you guys? Can y'all believe that my winter grasses come up even here in amongst all of the pine straw? That's great. Of course, looky there. Tilly, and who's always with Tilly? When you find Tilly, you'll find old Nanny Goat. They always stay together. Hi, sweetie. I'm gonna walk a little bit closer and get down low. Oh boy, are you gonna come up and say hi to Daddy? Can you come say hi to Daddy? No. Her and Mom are gonna walk out of here. I didn't mean to get you guys up. I was just making a video. You guys hear them? They're making little noises at each other. Oh, I love them. We really appreciate Sean for what he come over and did, but I'm gonna come out right now and I got my screw gun and I'm gonna go ahead and screw down these benches because the babies keep pushing them around. And I would like for Jake to help me and lower the swing down. None of the goats have gotten up there, and I think it's a little bit too high for them to get up. And then I'm also going to come over here and patch up this, I forgot what he called this, the Survivor Cross, which is a brushing station. Poor Sean, I don't think he realized how rough pigs can be on stuff. Okay, that looks kind of goofy, but I don't think anything will ever scratch on that top post. But hey, you never know. We may end up at some point having a cow or a horse or donkey in here, and they might want to scratch, so there you go. You know, there is so much history in this spot right here. This is our Texas flag, and as you can see, the stones are also in the shape of the state of Texas. You really can't tell except from the sky view. When I fly my drone over, it looks real pretty, but if you're just standing here, you're kind of like, what the hell? What's Lester up to here? But this is a kind of a landmark on our property. I think that it become recognized and talked about a lot in our Hurricane Harvey video, coming home from Hurricane Harvey. And this is where I actually met our little goat Meg, our little survivor Meg. She was standing here. You know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these smaller stumps out of here. I've actually watched the goat step on them and the stumps have fallen over. And we've had goats slipping, sliding around on them. I don't think that the goats are utilizing them as a play toy. I have seen the goats lying on the trampoline quite a bit. And of course they do, of course. Lester, find your words. And they're always in the little goat cabana. So these are neat little things here, but the little stumps are just they're gonna end up getting someone hurt. I'll leave the big one because they like to sometimes go up high. And I haven't seen anyone mess around with the teeter-totter except for the pigs who go under it to scratch their backs and end up flipping it over. I'm gonna leave it though. But right now I've come to blow off. Hey, I am making myself a video and it's not about you all. Isn't that pretty? But right now I've come to blow off the trampoline. That looks a lot better. I know what you guys are asking. I know what you're about to say. You're gonna say, Lester, how much longer do we have to wait until we can see the Memorial Garden? Guys, I have plans to go out there and do a little remodeling. I'm going to make it, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I am gonna work on it. I just can't do a whole lot with one arm. I have my appointment coming up in another week to have my shoulder looked at, and at that point I'll decide how much I can use it without risking more, re-injury or more injury. And I have some really neat plans, I know how much you all love Mr. Hank, but you do know that Gunpowder is the best cat we've ever had around here. You can't go anywhere. No, you can't. There's nowhere you can go on this property without this cat trying to tag along with you. A whole lot like a dog would do. Dogs are kind of known to follow you around and help you do whatever jobs you're working on, or at least be close to you. But Gunpowder here is the same. She likes to follow Daddy around anywhere he goes. She's right with me. And it's not because she doesn't get love. She gets plenty of love. I can't believe I'm about to do this. I see all these black trash bags again in my dumpster. And a lot of y'all were saying, Lester, open up them bags and find an address. And you can find out who's putting all their trash into your dumpster. So, okay, I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be so gross digging in someone else's trash. It's bad enough digging in your own trash, but to dig in someone else's trash, okay, well, here goes nothing. This is definitely someone's household garbage, and I am finding lots of envelopes, and I found someone's mail, but I don't see anything with an address. Y'all, the buck stops here. Those are dirty diapers. The buck, that's it. That's where I draw the line. That's where Lester draws the line. I thought y'all would enjoy seeing this. Guineas in my pasture, who I'm not even going to scream at. But what's funnier is, look, there's a goose on the trampoline. There's a goose on the trampoline. There's another goose right there about to get, I think, up on the swing. Oh, I just noticed that gray goose is there too. Look, she's kind of camouflaged in behind the tree. Gray goose is like, goat playground my ass. This is the goose's gander. Whatever that means. Gander? No, that one on the trampoline. That's funny. Now look at them two. Look at them two. I have feed near the trough, but nope, they're gonna share. Oh my goodness, they're gonna share with each other. That's precious. I love that. I do. That's awesome. Have y'all noticed how good Waylon's looking? I got a message from his former owners yesterday. He said, man, what are you guys feeding that boy? He's like, he's looking good. And I was like, no, he is looking good. He's just really maturing into a really handsome little guy. And I told him exactly what we're feeding. Y'all wanna know? So we feed green hay, and we're doing a flake every afternoon for all of our babies. Every cow, every horse is getting some green hay. And then that's always in the afternoon feed up. In the mornings, we're doing our bucket of grains. Not a heavy feed, because we still have grass out here, guys. You don't want to give them a heavy feed right now. You don't want to feed them heavy because there's still grass to be eaten. And if you feed them heavy in the mornings, they won't eat all day. So our grains, we're doing a half sweet feed and half horse dry feed. And the reason we're doing the horse dry feed even to our cows is because horse feed has a whole lot more nutrition in it than what cow feed does. It's more expensive, obviously, but it's better for them. And that's not something that Lester came up with. That's something that I got off other farm channels that have that do a lot of cows, especially in harsh conditions like drought, wintertime, when there's snow on the ground and stuff like that. So cow feed is a little bit cheaper. Look at them two. He wants to be with her. I hope you guys just watched that whole interaction right there. He wants to be with her. And that's perfect. Now she's trying to shoo him away because she wants to feed for herself. But he's like, you are my girl and I'm not taking no for an answer. And she's like, no means no, Waylon. And he's like, fine. And he's huffing and puffing. As he storms off, he's like, then I'm not going to eat. That'll teach you. No, Waylon, that's what humans do. That's what I do when I'm mad at Jamie. I'm not hungry. And really, I'm starving. I'm just starving because she's angered me. I'm going to act like I'm not even going to eat. I'm not even going to eat. Waylon, come over here and eat your own. Come, go eat your own. See? Jolene? Why couldn't you let him share, baby? Annabelle, I'm coming, please. Our friends, that's everything. Thank y'all for joining me on my chores today. Like I always say, it's always funner to work with friends. We'll see y'all next video.